found out if he'd supersede the Force Comitatus Act, which makes it against the law to utilize the US military against regular folks to oust outsiders. Trump said this. Indeed, these aren't regular citizens. These are individuals that aren't lawfully in our country. This is an attack of our country. An attack like presumably no nation has at any point seen. They're coming in huge numbers. I accept we have 15 million at this point. Also, I think you'll have 20 million when this finishes. What's more, that is greater than pretty much every state. Obviously, in the event that anybody ought to know what a regular citizen is, it's Bonnie Sovereign Bone Spikes. As Time noted in its reality check, a non-military personnel is regularly characterized as any individual who is certainly not a functioning individual from the military. Movement status doesn't factor into whether somebody is a regular citizen. Any individual in the US, no matter what their migration status, might be qualified for a significant number of similar protected freedoms as US residents. Additionally, not certain for what reason you'd need to oust the very individuals who've helped make our economy the jealousy of the world, as the extreme left Money Road Diary as of late portrayed it. On the other hand, Trump shows up undeniably more keen on void xenophobic motions than really assisting the economy with developing. 2. Trump needs more taxes, and right up to the present day nobody's had the option to remove from his head the incredibly misleading thought that the expense of levies falls on exporters instead of shippers. All things considered, it's reasonable he's been informed that taxes address an additional expense for purchasers, on the grounds that in this interview he endeavors to prudently expose that reality. I likewise don't really accept that the costs will go up that amount. What's more, many individuals say, gracious, that will be a duty on us. I don't trust that. I believe an expense on the nation's getting it done. Indeed, Trump likewise accepts windmills kill whales and exercise is awful for you. Neither of those things is valid, yet on the off chance that Trump is chosen again you can anticipate that the NIH should burn through great many citizen dollars concentrating on those hypotheses. Obviously, paying attention to best is terrible for the soundness of your economy. As Mary Amity, a financial specialist at the Central Bank of New York, wrote in 2020 for the New York Times, US levies keep on being predominantly borne by US firms and shoppers. So in the event that you like the pandemic-related expansion we saw after Trump left a blazing pack of financial crap on Joe Biden's doorstep in 2021, you might be fortunate. Trump needs to bring it back, and make it super durable, by expelling a large number of willing specialists and adding pointless expenses for great many customer merchandise. 3. Obviously, assuming Americans choose to oppose mass removals as well as the White House's one-sided choice to make everything more costly, they can expect an encouraged police power to push back. Since Trump needs to offer police much more breathing space to assume control over issues, their power has been removed. On the off chance that something occurs with them, regardless of whether they are a generally excellent work, they remove their home, they remove their benefits, they remove their, basically, they wind up losing their families over it. They remove everything. They are individuals. Also, we need to give the police back the power and regard that they merit. Presently, there will be a few missteps, and there are sure terrible individuals, and that is something horrendous. In any case, there are undeniably more issues with what's happened now, where police are remaining beyond a retail chain as it's being ransacked and 500 generally youngsters are leaving conveying climate control systems and TVs and all the other things. Also, the police might want to take care of business. However, they're told to remain down. They said don't make it happen. What's more, assuming you make any kind of difference with it, on the off chance that you stop wrongdoing, we will pursue your annuity, your home, your family, your better half or your significant other. Furthermore, police are being indicted constantly. Furthermore, we need to give them invulnerability from indictment in the event that they are going about their business. Indeed, obviously the issue with police these days is they're unreasonably responsible. Yet, you understand what they say, you can't run a police state without police. It's in that general area in the name. How at any point will we respond on the off chance that each cop who kills a resident is essentially delivered off to prison? It would be rebellion. Coincidentally, on the off chance that police are truly waiting around watching 500 individuals truck forced air systems and televisions out of retail chains, they ought to most likely be terminated. Also, I'm just about as liberal as they get. 4. There's been some truly uplifting news on wrongdoing recently. Following a spike in vicious wrongdoing that started under Trump, wrongdoing has dropped steeply. However, this is terrible information for Trump, who needs to imagine wrongdoing is more regrettable than any time in recent memory. His answer: guarantee the downfall isn't occurring. You might review he pulled this equivalent rubbish regarding official joblessness figures while running in 2016, before unexpectedly turning into a devotee to government information the second he ventured into the White House. Savage wrongdoing is going down all through the country. There was a 6% drop in Trump. I don't trust it. You don't trust that? Trump: definitely, they're phony numbers. You suspect as much? Trump: well, it came out the previous evening. The FBI gave counterfeit numbers. I didn't see that. However, the FBI expressed that there was a 13% drop in 2023. Editor's note: this measurement alludes explicitly to homicides. Trump: I don't trust it. No, it's completely false. It's phony information. Sir, these numbers are gathered by state and nearby police divisions the nation over. The majority of them support you. Might it be said that they are off base? Trump: definitely. The previous evening? All things considered, perhaps, perhaps not. The FBI fudged the numbers and others fudged numbers. It is basically impossible that wrongdoing went down over the course of the past year. There's absolutely no chance since you have traveler wrongdoing. Is it true that they are adding transient wrongdoing? Or on the other hand, do they look at that as an alternate type of wrongdoing? Do they look at that as an alternate type of wrongdoing? You were president, buddy. You don't have the foggiest idea. Obviously, since travelers perpetrate violations at essentially lower rates than local conceived Americans, inviting more migrants into the nation would just lower crime percentages. For what it's worth, we don't know precisely why crime percentages went down under Biden. We simply realize they did. Perhaps the superior economy has made it simpler for individuals to keep up with their $2,000 a month horse glue propensities, thus they never again need to accumulate 499 of their companions together to take poof from enormous parcels. Or on the other hand, perhaps individuals are only significantly more settled since that huge orange head prevented shouting at them from the television consistently. 5. Obviously, in light of the fact that rough wrongdoing is down doesn't mean Trump can't tighten it up a score or two. Expecting he loses the political decision once more. Mr. President, in our last discussion you said you weren't stressed over political viciousness regarding the November political race. You said, I believe we will win and there will not be savagery. Consider the possibility that you don't win, sir. Trump: indeed, I really do believe we will win. We are far ahead. I don't think they'll have the option to do the things that they did the last time, which were awful. Totally horrendous. Subscribe for more juicy stuff.